know what I love? I love it how Canadians can't see and how badly they're getting fucked, right? Oh, Trudeau's gotta go. Trudeau's gotta go. Really? Okay. Who voted for him in the beginning? Because I'm pretty sure the WEF didn't just install him in the office. That was because of the consent of your choice, not mine. Right? See, you guys are fucking attacking the wrong people. Yeah, in a way, it is true up to a point. However, did you know that done by your consent, this is your fucking fault? And here's me speaking out about it. Wow, I didn't even vote for the fucking guy, or none of these parties. Oh, you have no right to say anything. Actually, yeah, I do. As a Canadian citizen, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because you refuse to take responsibility. Number one. Number two, as I'm still a Canadian citizen for another year, I have the right to say things about it. I'm going to point it out. Because the Canadian people, whether you know or not, I don't know how you don't know this, don't vote for none of the three parties, named political parties, period. You want change? Well, there's one party that you could have change with, or you start sending independents up into your provincial legislatures or Ottawa, which you won't because you're too fucking stupid. It was done by the choice of consent. That's how they get away with it. Choice by consent. So, technically, Canada, you just fucked yourself. I'm not the one who fucked you. I made mistakes in the past, yes. I corrected those. However, the same stupid fucking people, no matter if you're in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, PEI, New Brunswick, or Newfoundland and Labrador, you're still playing into the fucking game like a bunch of fucking morons. You know how I know this? Real simple. Because if Alberta's a conservative province, how come I don't see it increasing dramatically better? Gee, I wonder why. I wonder how that works. Oh, it's the WF, it's the Illuminati. And? Did you know they gave you your choices, right? That just, they prove the Illuminati actually is right and how stupid people are. That's why I don't vote, period. Why? Because I don't play in the hands of them. Now, if I were to become a member of such an organization, it's not because I'm turning a back to a country. It's just because I cannot be around regular fucking people. For the example of, let's say, because I have so much knowledge, and I already know what was going to transpire years in advance, but for most of you Canadians even would have thought about it, which many of you thought me and a good friend of mine were, a little cuckoo in our brain, but that just proved we were correct yet again. No, I was off on certain things. I could be off on certain things where I could say, well, if I can't pinpoint, if I know the issue, let's say history research, I could pinpoint what could happen and what could transpire. It's like with the censorship bill. You know what? By consent, folks, you voted for these parties. You voted for the incompetence, the stupidity, and you get the reflection back. That's why everyone around the world is looking at you, looking at actually Canada itself as a country, going, what the fuck are you doing? Even some of these corrupt countries are going, what the fuck? What does that tell you? That's how stupid Canadians are. Canada's done, okay? You want a way out? want a way out? You ain't gonna like this. You ain't gonna like this at all. The only way to fix this problem right now is to have a 1776 2.0. Whether you want to establish a Republican-style government or you want to restore Canada back to its constitutional monarchy. Either way. Many Canadians don't want the monarch. Okay, you don't want the monarch. Well, then why don't you do what the American founding forefathers did and 3% of their population did back in the early 1800s or the 1700s, the early 18th century. Excuse me. Late 1700s, early 18th century. You're not going to do it. Oh, but I got a family to feed and my kitties. And you call your little youngins kids? Well, then you are the sheep. They're called children. 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 Kids are basically young fucking goats. What are goats? They're sheep. Right? Male sheep. Wow. And a lot of Canadians that are actually, their family's been here longer than what I could probably calculate for, don't understand English. Oh, there goes the shovel. So I guess my thing is though is how stupid are Canadians? Very fucking stupid. Very stupid. Cowards, really. Or you hold your little signs at your little coots border with your Canadian flags and you're so proud with your cowboy hats on. Really? You hug your family because you love me. That's why I want to move to the U.S. Reason why I want to move to the U.S. because I can lawfully carry a firearm on the side of my belt. Here in Canada, can't do that. Huh. Well, I guess Canada is not the country that I was taught it was. Because technically, isn't it the right to security for me to lawfully carry something for my defense? I guess that doesn't exist because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Oh, God forbid. God forbid. God forbid, Derek, if you don't comply with everything we tell you. I don't comply because I'm unable to comply. I'm unable to go along with the program. Now, depending on what program you're talking about, if a program works, hey, fuck, and it's rightfully done, then I will support it. If not, go fuck yourself. Now let's transit to the next station, yippee. I was against the lockdowns. Oh, and by the way, from BC all the way up to Newfoundland, did you know that your municipalities and your provincial governments broken the law? Because number one, a municipality like the city of Calgary or the province of Alberta, which I live in, had no right to quarantine people, number one. Number two, that's in breach of federal law. The only government in Canada that has the authority to quarantine people is the federal government. End of discussion. Locking people in hotels wasn't the answer. But I guess people love that one. That's why I hate this fucking country so bad. So other than that, I don't think Canadians are going to pull their heads out of their asses anytime soon. And that's why thus I'm leaving to a real country where there's real laws to follow. And they follow God, number one. Number two, then it comes Constitution and Bill of Rights. Here, forget it. Canada has got nothing. Yay. So other than that, I'm going to end this broadcast and Don't like what I gotta say, that's too fucking bad. My rights. I'm only preserving that.